the
is left by the end of this early evening game. Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And here we go from LA. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they...
Quarterback going into each and every season is have a touchdown to interception ratio, Kate, of somewhere 2 to 3, and if you're great, 4 to 1. Anytime it's upside down like his outing last week with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, you know that's not sustainable. It could lead to an awful lot of L's.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
First down, here's Lamar. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. Stiff arm success. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Blitz coming, Lamar. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! Oh, he gets it back. His drive has been excellent. A few shots now, it's starting with 6 as they come up on it, first and goal. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it'll be second and goal. Lamar throwing again. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Bullock's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocked.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, it's Rondale Moore. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
And even if he's still pretty early in his career, we know he is perfectly comfortable and settled into this spot as the be-all, end-all for this offense. Every time you take the field as a quarterback, you know you're gaining experience. You're getting more comfortable in the role. And as he goes forward, he tries to learn and take something away from each and every one of these moments.
From midfield now. And the first down pass set away by a defender, incomplete.
I know DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Complete over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Finds a man, right side. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Here he goes on the bootleg. And he's got it. And that's a layout for it, but touchdown. The Rams finish off their opening drive. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Rams one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson ready to go again on offense. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. On 1st down, Jackson. He's running with it. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. On the give, it's Brooks. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He gets it into the hands of Jalen Cole. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They are now set for 1st and 10. Pass complete to Walker. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal. Brooks takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens hold a slim 2-point lead early. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. Pressure off left, and it's blocked. And the Rams have it. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. Hits the 20. And he makes it into the end zone, so no deficit for them. That's going to tie this game, and they're getting the football.
It's far from this kicker's first NFL campaign, but I bet you it's one of the first kicks he's seen turn into points on the other side. Hey, listen, fault is shared by everybody, but I'm sure he'd prefer this to be the last time it happens in his lengthy career.
They motion the tight end over to throw it on 1st down. Short pass brought in. the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running for the marker on second. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So before they get this... Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's a throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's second down coming up. Back to throw. His pass caught by Nakua. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Ventrell Miller making that play. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll throw it. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. From the red zone now. Throw left side, complete. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Putting a receiver in motion. Third down run from White. And he could not get there. They stopped him right at the line. Run play only gets back to the line, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll run for this. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. This time it's a passing play. Looking touchdown, but can't connect. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one. He'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 2nd quarter lead. Cardi now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Starting from the 5. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. The Ravens and Jonathan Brooks ready to begin another drive. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath. turn some of the momentum in the building.
On second down, it's Brooks. And he's going to get this up across the 35 to maybe the 37. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He's got it at the 30. It's a pickup of 34 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker on for the extra point. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50. The Rams headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as he continues lighting up the stat sheets this season, we can see he's still chasing one man for the NFL lead in passing yardage. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Ravens get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, against the better defenses in this league.
Here's 2nd and 7. On target to his man Polk. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And he's brought down for a loss. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And this is the first time he's been called on today. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And hey, at least he held onto the football. They will get nothing on that return. The Rams and this running back headed back out for a new series. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. That one's complete over the middle. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now from the gun. Catch made right side by Nakua. And he'll get them enough for a first down. He'll throw it yet again. Hits him on the out route. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 31. He's got Shaheed. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line.
That's good for our Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the
Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 48. To the sideline, catch secured. Wow, he made that one look easy for the first. Well, he sure has come out throwing a good ball today, and the passing game has really been clicking early on thanks to his efforts.
Yeah, his plays really elevated the start his pass catchers have been able to have as a result. And you know what they're all thinking right now? This could be a game where we all get to put up some serious numbers, especially if he keeps throwing it like this.
They are throwing it again. Complete out to the right. And he goes out a little short of the 40. 2nd and 3 now.
It's the game of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 41. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Boy, take a look at that. Look at him locking down his area of the end zone. They can bring it in close enough to take shots, but there are no easy touchdowns.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Pass play now. He connects downfield on 4. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Throwing it again here. And the defender comes away with it. Picked by Derek Forrest. And the Ravens make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Well, I hope everybody was lightning bite to eat because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get well, we're set. 3. Moore with a return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he's out of bounds at the 45-yard field position to begin this drive. The Rams and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. He's got a touchdown in this game, as we see now where that helps land him among the NFL's leaders in that category. Drive starts with a carry by White. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They go play action on first. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they face second down. Dropping back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The after converted from Cardi. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Baltimore running its offense out now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Hand off here for Brooks. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Running once more with Brooks. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. They'll throw on 3rd and long. The Rams get to him, and he's dropped. Baltimore lined up in punt formation. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. His 1st effort went 47 yards. Brock looks to have a little more into this one. His work begins at the 31. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to... Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. This is ahead for about 5. Nate Wiggins getting up to end that play. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They send a man in motion. They give it to him again. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Hit made by Josh Uche. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's dropping back to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 46. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
The give now out of the shotgun. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. And Trell Miller making that play. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Coming left is White. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
3rd and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 13-point lead. Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams double their lead to 14. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he's caught after a gain of about... Shotgun snap to Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He keeps it and takes off. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit. Blitz coming here. Jackson. Polk makes the catch. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running left, here's Walker. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. We're through 3 on the... First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Walker hauls it in. Down to the 10. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Taz Walker touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. The give now to White. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Brought in right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
It's White on the give. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First and 10 from the 41. They've got a man in motion. They'll run here on first down. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it brings up an LA first down. A give right side to White. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Throwing now off play action. He's on the move. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Rams go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the fourth. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams double their lead to 14. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Returnable from the 2. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. On first down, here comes Brooks. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens first down. From the gun, Jackson. Hits him on the out route. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 42. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down, here's Lamar. Pass complete to Walker. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
They go play fake with Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Flush down now to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Desperation time here on fourth. He finds him beyond the marker. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. First down throw for Jackson. Oh, he got free. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. Working inside the red zone. This one finds Polk. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Jackson throwing here. This one's caught. And he's brought down after a short gain. It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Ravens 14 points back. Third and a lone yard coming up. Lamar now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Now to throw. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. So we have a pause here inside.
Play is under review.
So the officials looked at it twice. The replay officials in New York agreed, and the call on the field's going to stand. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. After seeing his point after blocked, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. Moore with a return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Finds a man, right side. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. On 1st down, they'll run. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's a toss to White. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss.
Angeles.